What's up, hockey fanatics and hockey fans? Actually, what's up, hockey fans and hockey fanatics out there? Friday, August 20th, 2021. We're rocking the lounge live tonight. It is 5 p.m. The weekend is upon us, and the light is off in the background. The goal light is on. It is Friday, and we're rocking it. 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock for a beer hop. What's going on, big guy?
Not much. How you doing?
Good. So, some NHL news out there today. We want to start off first with our thumbnail, which was Mr. Austin Matthews being part of the EA Sports team once again, announced yesterday with being the cover boy of NHL 22. And this is his second time in 3 years. I think there was a lot of angry comments out there in terms of him being on the cover again.
Yeah, from Leaf fans because of the jinx.
Exactly.
The jinx, right?
Exactly.
Nobody on that cover ever gets out of the first round.
For sure.
But as a hockey fan, yeah, you got to wonder why he was chosen when I think there could have been a couple of other candidates. What are your thoughts, Nick? If you want, I'll elaborate on the candidates if you want.
Yeah, for sure. But first of all, I have for all the fans and viewers out there. So this was NHL 21. Ovi is on the cover. Going back to NHL 20, you had Austin Matthews. NHL 19, PK Subban. Not sure why he was on the cover. We all know why Mr. McDavid was on the cover of NHL 18. And then going back to a wanted man by many teams in NHL 17, Vladdy Tarasenko. So we haven't seen, I don't think there's been an athlete or a hockey player on a cover of EA Sports game 2 out of 3 years. It's very interesting.
It is. When you had the other options, like Tampa just went back to back. You could have had Kucherov on there. I know the goalies are a little bit hard to come by in the game, but even Vasi could have been on there. But even McDavid, to me, McDavid would have been even more of a choice with the year he had last year and everything. Plus, it's been a longer period of time since he's been on it than Austin. So, I'm not taking anything away from Austin Matthews, great hockey player, but I don't know who made the decision here. Maybe Brendan Shanahan.
Yeah, you know what? It's the one thing that I would say, Brendan Shanahan or Kyle Dufus. The one thing I would say about the being the poster boy is the NHL pushing Matthews to be the guy. I'm not understanding this. Like my choice was Vladdy Vasilevsky from Tampa Bay. That was my choice. Vasilevsky from Tampa. Either Victor Hedman. They went back to back, and I think it should have been somebody from the Lightning. I put on our post here on the Instagram. It should have been Kucherov with the no shirt and the Bud Light. But definitely an interesting cover. It seems it's going to be like a really good game. They're going PS5. I know all the boys and the girls out there are excited to see what the next generation looks like on the PS5 with this game. So interesting pick. He's rollerblading in his pink shorts, Austin Matthews, in the intro. So, anyways, we'll see how that goes going forward. But interesting pick for sure. Big news coming out of the NHL today. Henrik Lundqvist, the King, is now retired. And I know that you have that Devils jersey behind you, App, and believe me, I know the hatred you have for the New York Rangers and the battles that you have been through with your team and the New York Rangers. But what are your thoughts on the King, Henrik Lundqvist, retiring this morning?
It's, you know what, all joking aside, he was a really good goalie. I mean, he's the only goalie to go his first 12 years with 30 wins. He made that rivalry possible with Marty, and I mean, there was a lot of great games. He was a good goalie. Like, you got to give him props. The only thing is he never won a cup. I know he won the gold medal, and that's about all he's won. But I mean, he did a lot for the Ranger franchise, and you got to give him his respect, no matter how much I didn't like him.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was looking at his accolades today, and definitely some crazy stats coming out of Lundqvist. So overall, 496 career wins, 2.43 goals against average, 918 save percentage, 64 shutouts. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, I think he's got the most wins, the most and the most shutouts, I believe, in Rangers history, and their storied franchise, right? Original 6 franchise. Those are hard numbers to beat through the years.
Right.
Yeah, he had a really good career.
And I know your boy is Marty Brodeur, but another amazing stat that I looked at today, he was the fastest goaltender to record 400 wins in NHL history. So another accomplishment by Henrik. He was drafted 7th round, 8th pick in the 2005 draft. What a gem, what a pick. Great scouting by the Rangers to pick up a generational player like Henrik Lundqvist. He won the Vezina in 2011, 2012, 2-time Olympic medalist. He won a gold and a silver with Team Sweden. He was a 5-time All-Star. Just incredible stats. The only thing that he doesn't have, the Stanley Cup, right? And he lost to the LA Kings in the 2014, I believe 2015 Cup appearance, I think it was, on the Alec Martinez overtime goal. But a great career. They just announced today, this late afternoon, that Henrik Lundqvist jersey number 30 will be in the rafters. It will be retired sometime this year during the NHL hockey season. So, again, one of those goalies, I think he's a class act. Represented the NHL well. If you're a young goalie, you probably want to look up to Henry. He stayed out of trouble, kept his nose clean, always that GQ look, best hair in the NHL for sure. Great to see him go out on his own terms sort of today. I know with the heart surgery and everything like that, he probably wanted to prolong his career, but he's 39 and he's accomplished a lot. Interesting to see though, people were saying today, they were commenting on Instagram and Twitter and whatnot, why the Rangers wouldn't sign him to a 1-day contract.
Yeah, it is very interesting. It is very, that's a good question. I wondered if he just, knowing the class act that he is, maybe he just didn't want that token because, when you see a lot of players do it, we get why they do it, but some of it kind of looks chintzy. And I just wanted to go back, and it's a shame the way it ended for him with the heart problems. Like, it wasn't his choice.
Yeah.
His last year in New York, he didn't have a bad year. It was just they wanted to move on to the younger goaltenders.
Yeah.
Who knows what he could have done with Washington if he was okay, if he was healthy. He never ended up playing a game there. But I mean, it's a shame. But yeah, his career, he definitely had a decorated career. And like you said, the only thing he's missing is the cup. And rightfully, they're going to retire his jersey. Yeah.
And well deserved. So great career by the King. I like to call this, we were talking about this last night, Coyote Ugly. And we previewed them on the show on Wednesday in the Central Division. They're back there in the Central Division with the likes of Colorado and the big boys there. Now it seems that their contract with the Glendale Arena is now going to be terminated. Where does the Arizona Coyotes play? Where do they play next year up?
Where I think they should end up in Quebec, but they're not gonna. I got a serious feeling that they're pushing for Kansas City. They're in the they're already there in the central region.
Right.
I just think it's too easy for Bettman. And I got a feeling he's at the point now where he's going to wash his hands with the Coyotes because they're always in the news for the wrong reasons. So I think that he's been saying that he wanted to expand or relocate a team to Kansas City. I think that's what they're going to end up. It should be Quebec. They deserve it. But I got a feeling it's Kansas City.
Yeah, I have to agree with you with that. Let's just look at the timeline with Arizona. So they came into the league back in July 1st of 1996. The Winnipeg Jets moved to Phoenix. They were the Phoenix Coyotes at the time. They went into bankruptcy In 2009, the NHL took them over. From there, new ownership came in 2013. The interesting thing that I found out today is they actually have a year-to-year contract with Glendale. I've never heard that before. So basically, like, anytime this contract could have been terminated, and they're out of luck. They're playing at the Vaughan Iceplex in Vaughan as the Arizona Coyotes. So interesting to see. In 2003, they moved from Phoenix to Glendale Arena and became the Arizona Coyotes. But I wonder what's going to happen here. You know, different ownership. They went bankrupt. They have two owners now. Like you said, is this the time now that Gary Bettman says, okay, Kansas City's ready to go. Let's get this going? Because it's a debacle in Arizona, not only with all the stuff in the background, but like hashtag shit team as well, right? So,
like you've heard the talk in the last few years about the Panthers, but they've gotten their act together. They're a more competitive team. They're starting to draw more people. Carolina,
right,
is an up and coming team, and they had a good year last year. And it's Carolina. It's Arizona. They're the one team now that are just like they're like the abyss. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see what happens with the Coyote situation. I'm sure that Bettman is on top of it, and they said the ownership has said that they're trying to, maybe negotiate another year with Glendale or look at another arena for the Coyotes. So this will be a day-by-day type of breaking news here with Arizona. We'll definitely keep you posted with that. Next thing would be, again, legendary defenseman. Interesting stats on him. Today, the St. Louis Blues announced that Chris Ponger's jersey number 44 will be lifted to the rafters and retired in January. And the date will be for Chris Ponger. I believe it's January 17th, I believe, of 2022. Interesting player, interesting career. Another guy that unfortunately had to call it quits due to injury problems and concussions.
Yeah, it was a very steady defenseman. I think he was an underrated player. He completely flew under the radar, but I don't think he got the credit that he deserved the way he played in his own end and his grit and everything like that. Having said that, however, I think they're grasping at straws by retiring his jersey. I don't think he was that great for the franchise for them to retire his jersey. That's my personal opinion. But again, he's a great hockey player. I don't want to take anything away from him.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's, I don't know. I don't know if it's St. Louis just trying to be in the news again. I'm not sure.
Maybe. So let's look at some of his stats. He played, 1,167 games, 157 goals, 541 assists, 698 points. He was a plus 183, and he had penalty minutes of 1,590. Interesting to know that he was suspended by the National Hockey League 8 times in his career. So, and when I was reading on Chris Pronger today, he is known for one of the dirtiest players ever to play in the National Hockey League. So interesting stat there. He was chosen second overall in the 1993 draft by the Hartford Whalers. He won the Cup with the Anaheim Ducks in 2007 with that really good team that they have. Brian Burke behind the bench there, I believe, with Randy Carlisle behind the bench as the coach. He won the Hart Trophy app in 2000, the year of 99-2000 season. Gold medals. He is part of the Triple Gold Club. He won, the Olympic gold medal in 2002 with Team Canada, 2010, and then in the World Juniors as well. So, what are your thoughts with those numbers? Is he? I know that you sort of questioned the number 44 going up in St. Louis. Another note just before you give me your thoughts on all his stats. He was the captain on 3 hockey teams.
Yep.
Pretty impressive.
I agree. Great career. And the triple gold is definitely an achievement. Just to make Team Canada as an achievement, but to win the gold 3 times, hats off to him. But to me, it's like to me, if you're going to have your number retired, just like Lundqvist, you want to kind of lead the franchise into a direction. Now, for me, when I look at his stats, not bad. Half a point a game average roughly through his career as a defenseman isn't bad. But the thing that stands out to you is penalty minutes. And to me, it's just not enough for me to retire a number. And it's a big accolade. To me, it's a big accolade to get your number retired. That's there forever. Like I go to Buffalo every year and you see Tim Hortons' number in the French Connection line. It's a big deal because it's up there forever. I'm not 100% convinced that it's deserving that much credit. But again, guys, great hockey player. I don't want to make it seem like I'm shitting on this guy. He's a phenomenal defenseman.
Yeah, I think that, the question is where did he did his most damage as a NHL player, and maybe that career his jersey goes up. Edmonton, he wasn't there long. Hartford wasn't there long. Had a good career in St. Louis, had a good career in Anaheim, won the cup there. But his stats all direct to and I got to say, winning, the gold medals in the Stanley Cup, that just highlights everything for me. So I think, that being said, I think Chris Pronger is definitely worthy of some type of celebration and jersey retirement.
I agree with you, but for me, I think he had his best years in Anaheim.
Mm-hmm. Well, he also had that fantastic run with the Oilers too. When they played Carolina, right?
Yep.
In the finals there.
Yep.
That year when Carolina won the cup, that team came out of nowhere. They made that move for Pronger, and that changed the face, his leadership or whatnot. So, he did cross the line as a defenseman many a times. Really, really dirty player. But again, he could play, and he was steady defender along the blue line. So, All right. So Matthew's on the NHL cover of EA Sports 2022. We have Lundqvist retiring today. Chris Pronger's jersey number 44 in the rafters for St. Louis in the new year. We have Coyote Ugly. What happens to the Arizona Coyotes and their arena? Again, if you want to become a Hockey Lounge member, hit that subscribe button below. We appreciate all the subscribers and the followers. If you like the show, slap shot the like button. Follow us on Instagram, the Hockey Lounge. A couple of news and notes, though, as well around the league today. Zadorov signed a one-year deal in Calgary for $3.75 million up. What are your thoughts on that defenseman? Another big boy, just like Chris Pronger.
Good signing. They need somebody to soak up some of the minutes from Giordano loss.
For sure. He's been always an interesting type of player, Zadorov, because, highly touted in Colorado, Chicago. Now he's in Calgary. He's a big boy. He can skate. He's got a decent shot. He's sort of a wonder type of player that you don't know what you're going to get. He's got a lot of skill, but it's interesting to watch him. Franz Nielsen, that was bought out by the Detroit Red Wings, cleared waivers today. I know that you were excited to talk about that briefly.
Yeah. He might be an interesting pickup for a team looking for some. You know what? As stupid as this sounds, for the right price, he might be a fit with the Devils, just to get some more veteran leadership up front, because they've only got Tatar, as we spoke about before on the show.
Yeah,
he might be a fit for bottom basement price, because I don't think he's going to go for much. Team looking for depth.
I see the back-to-back champions maybe taking a bite at him.
Well, then he's going to go back-to-back, not in the playoffs.
I'm just saying, like, he's one of those guys. They lost their role players, right? He can slide in nicely to be on that fourth line. For Tampa Bay, when I saw that he cleared waivers, Tampa Bay came right to mind. I'm like, this is a guy that Tampa might get, or somebody like Big Lou, slide him in.
Yeah, because
somebody, right?
On one of those teams, he's probably willing to go for the minimum.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see who picks him up. So this weekend, again, if anything breaks, we'll be around. Again, thank you to all the viewers for watching. If you want to become a lounge member, hit that subscribe button. Have a good night tonight. Enjoy the weekend. Hockey fans, we will see you next time on the Hockey Lounge. Have a great weekend. Take care.
Thank you. Night.